Reward Terry Rozier, an NBA player, was caught sleeping with a F-thug, which threw his life into disarray. Even though Nate Robinson, another NBA player, was not the tallest in the league, his name was prominently featured in the gossip columns in 2010 when he was connected to an adult film actress. NBA players' ties with adult film stars are well known, but what they do with them is even more startling. Starting with Terry Rozier, we have compiled a list of NBA players who gain notoriety for their interactions with adult film stars in this video. The Miami Heat player Terry Rozier was embroiled in some high-profile drama that had nothing to do with his ability to play on the court. This one comes from Selena Powell, an adult film star who once claimed to have had a fairly intimate pre-game meeting with Rozier in typical headline-grabbing form. Powell revealed the truth on Twitter, or X, as some still refer to it. Using his jersey number, she cleverly said, "Basketball games are more fun when you football the player before the game, too." She did not explicitly mention Rozier. She would be on the losing team if being subtle were a sport. She did not stop there, though. She continued by saying that the Heat's matchup with the Denver Nuggets would be fueled by her encounter with Rozier. "All I'm saying is that the Heat will defeat the Nuggets tomorrow because of my throat, you guys." Powell made audacious promises, but the Heat lost that game in Denver. But Powell was not finished. Several Miami Heat games have seen her courtside, soaking in the attention as if it were her second job. At one game in October, she shared a photo from the sidelines with the message, "Trying to get me a rich baby daddy." Last season, she made the cheeky statement, "Okay, I am done recuperating," in another post from the Kaseya Center. Where are the sportsmen? Wait until you learn about the player who has more than 20,000 bodies if you think Rozier's affair with Powell is scandalous. Chamberlain, Wilt superstar basketball player. Wilt Chamberlain has a memorable assertion that has nothing to do with goals scored or records broken. Rather, it is a figure that has gained almost as much notoriety as his 100-point performance. According to Wilt, he had with an astounding 20,000 women.
Well, we got to talk about this. Yeah. You made a statement, and his statement's going to follow you around for a while that you slept with 20,000 women. You made that statement.
Even though the figure caused some suspicion and raised questions, Wilt insisted he was not lying or boasting. He was just putting it out there for those who were interested. Notably, he stated unequivocally that he never chased married women, characterizing his interests as merely pursuing attractive women, no matter who they were or where they were. Wilt's reputation as a man who never shied away from his ambitions was further cemented when close friends of his talked about his love of threesomes, according to The Atlantic. To illustrate the extent of his activities, one story even claimed that he had with 23 women over a 10-day road trip. However, the numbers themselves are somewhat mind-blowing when you do the arithmetic. Wilt would have needed to average about 500 women annually, or more than one woman every day, in order to reach 20,000 women over a 40-year period. How he managed to balance so many victories and still be considered one of the best basketball players in history is difficult to comprehend. Wilt became more lenient toward these outrageous assertions in his later years. He shared a crucial love and intimacy lesson he had learned in a 1999 interview, just before he passed away. "I have discovered in my life that it is kind of wonderful to have 1,000 different women. I have also discovered that it is more fulfilling to have one woman 1,000 times." The following player, Paul George, attempted to emulate Wilt, but was only able to meet 9% of that total. After sharing an unexpected experience on the No Jumper podcast, adult film star Tiana Trump went viral. When she was just 16 years old, she alleged that she had with an unidentified Indiana Pacers player. Although she never gave the player's name, she did reveal some information that left everyone guessing. Tiana claims that when she was still a teenager, the basketball player reached out to her on Instagram. Several encounters ensued, some of which, according to her, were even captured on camera. They have photos and videos, she said, and she says they were taken while she was a minor. Despite this, she promptly told the audience that the player should not be concerned about any legal consequences, given Indiana's consent age is 16.
So the person that got me into was a Pacers player. I was 16 years old, and he hit me up on Instagram. So we have pictures, we have videos of me 16 and having sex with this man. I'm not 16's age of consent though, so he's good.
She also mentioned that she told him about her age at the moment a few years later, and he seemed unconcerned when she did. Although Tiana did not name anyone, she said that he persisted in showing her the movies they had created together, and even went so far as to claim that a hacker had obtained the material. She claimed to have a no-snitching policy, so she kept the player's identity a secret. However, when she eventually acknowledged how young she was when they first met, she alluded to how annoying it was that the player did not take her seriously. She also expressed her displeasure with the outcome of the entire situation. People now have a lot of questions and not many answers. Was that a player from the Indiana Pacers? Would Paul George have been the culprit? He is undoubtedly one of the team's most well-known players. Finding out that Tiana has also been engaged with other players is intriguing. Rumors of a possible romance between Tiana Trump and LaMelo Ball have been causing quite a stir in the media lately. When Tiana shared a photo of herself with the Charlotte Hornets star, it all began. Fans speculated on whether they were officially dating after that one photo drove social media into a frenzy. Curiosity regarding the couple's relationship status has been stoked by reports that they met in high school and have been seen together increasingly frequently. Not exactly helping to stop the speculations, Tiana recently went to a Hornets game wearing a Charlotte Hornets jersey. In addition, the pair was spotted together at places like a trampoline park. Additionally, people have definitely taken notice of LaMelo and Tiana's presence. Even though LaMelo is now recuperating from a wrist injury, the pair has been spotted together, which has many people wondering how close they have become. It is interesting to note that LaMelo has seen high-profile relationships before. Fans may remember his alleged relationship with Anna Montana, an Instagram model. LaMelo's relationship with Tiana has taken center stage, even though it is unknown how things stand with her right now. Naturally, people have always been curious about LaMelo's dating past, particularly since he was a teenager and allegedly dated an older person. Younger men are frequently associated with older ladies. Although they have been seen together at a number of events, LaMelo and Tiana have not formally acknowledged their relationship. It could be something more or just a close friendship. Whether Bruce Brown Jr. is Lana Rhoades' baby daddy is another NBA rumor that has not been confirmed yet. Rodman, Dennis. The notorious NBA player Dennis Rodman has long been renowned for his outrageous off-court antics and exaggerated attitude. Furthermore, Rodman has never been afraid to brag about his adventures. The legendary former Chicago Bulls player enthusiastically defends his astounding claim that he had with over 1,800 women.
All the pretty girls and all the beautiful girls I've had with. I slept over 1,800 girls.
He is candid about his numerous victories, but his opinions of some of the women he met are not particularly positive. Rodman has publicly called at least 500 of the women he has dated gold diggers, or worse. He frequently makes offensive comments regarding the morals of the parents who reared these women, and he is especially harsh of them. Rodman blatantly implied that these ladies were easy prey for men like him when he was questioned about rich men dating women who might be more interested in their money than their personalities. Rodman was more than willing to brag when questioned about his previous relationships, including his brief marriage to Carmen Electra. He claimed to be the game's greatest lover, surpassing even Madonna, who reportedly wanted him to be the father of her child. Although Rodman acknowledged that his relationship with his wife was far from traditional, he lived in Florida while she stayed in California. He claimed to be happily married at the time of the interview. Despite his bluster, Rodman is a person whose personal and professional lives have been tumultuous. Rodman is undoubtedly skilled at maintaining public interest, whether it is through his daring forays into controversy or his candid opinions on censored relationships. Even though he has been involved in several scandals and controversies, he never apologizes and consistently maintains his image as the Worm, the erratic, flamboyant, and unrepentant superstar who enjoys living life as he pleases. When she was barely a teenager, the next player had an affair with an adult film celebrity. Bruce Jr. recently. Bruce Brown Jr. of the Denver Nuggets has been the subject of some crazy online rumors. Fans are now accusing him of being the father of Milo, the son of former adult film star Lana Rhoades. Let us dissect this. Lana gave birth to Milo last year, but she has not revealed who his father is. We do know that she made a suggestion that the baby's father was an NBA player who played for the Brooklyn Nets at the time. A complete guessing game resulted from this. Recently, fans discovered some intriguing hints that connected Bruce Brown Jr. to Lana. To begin with, Lana shared a photo of Bruce on social media with a controversial statement. The two even followed each other when alert followers noticed Lana snooping on Bruce's Instagram Live. Some admirers were persuaded that Bruce might be the mystery father based on this. The Nets player that got Lana Rhoades pregnant a few years ago was Bruce Brown this whole time, a fan boldly wrote on social media. "Stop claiming it is Katie or Blake," said another. "The father is Bruce Brown. I have been aware of this for a while. Haha. Naturally, there is no concrete proof for any of this, and Lana has not verified anything. This is just one of those rumors that go freely on social media until she does. Bruce, meanwhile, is doing what he does best, performing well on the court. With 21 points off the bench and a decisive 3-1 series lead over the Miami Heat, he was instrumental in the Denver Nuggets' victory in Game 4 of the 2023 NBA Finals. Bruce appears to be focused on one thing: winning, while the internet is occupied with conjecturing about his private life. Is the father of Bruce Brown Jr. Milo? Perhaps, perhaps not. Right now, it is just conjecture. Because of their friendship and the child's similarity to him, some other people believe the next player is Lana's baby daddy. Durant, Kevin. There have been rumors that Kevin Durant may be the father of Milo, Lana Rhoades' son. In a June 2021 episode of her podcast, 3 Girls, 1 Kitchen, Lana related a story about a Brooklyn Nets player asking her out on a date. She hinted that the player was a Libra, but she did not mention names. And you know what? According to reports, Kevin Durant is the team's lone Libra, but Lana seemed unimpressed tryst with the unidentified man. He was not spicy enough for her, she added, calling the evening dull. Their excursion did not go as planned, it is safe to assume. Despite this vague explanation, many began to speculate that Kevin might be the father after relating the date to her baby announcement.
The guy who invited me also invited one of the other girls. And so this is not the first time that this has happened to me, where I've been invited on a date or like to hang out, and they also invite like a backup option.
In January 2022, Lana gave birth to Milo, her son. Her original Instagram post stated that the sonogram's due date was January 13th, 2022. This indicates that she most likely became pregnant in April or May of 2021, several months after splitting from her ex-boyfriend Mike Majlak. Lana has kept the father's identity a tight secret, even though admirers have pieced together timeframes and made references to other names. In the end, Lana alone is aware of Milo's father's true identity. Everyone else can only speculate for the time being. The following player's first well-known companion was Tom Brady, an adult film star. One of the best quarterbacks in NFL history, Tom Brady first gained notoriety for his football career alone. Brady briefly dated former actress and Playboy model Layla Roberts in 2002, a few years after he signed with the New England Patriots. Despite its brief duration, their relationship is noteworthy since Roberts was Brady's first well-known companion. In October 1997, Layla Roberts, who became well-known as an actress and model, was named Playboy's Playmate of the Month. Being a Playboy Playmate entitles you to appear in the magazine's centerfold, frequently with an interview and photo spread. During Playboy's prime, this title was a highly esteemed honor in the modeling industry, boosting careers and providing a great deal of publicity. Later, Layla made the switch to acting, making appearances in a few TV series and movies, and rising to prominence in the entertainment sector. Following a brief affair with Brady, Roberts wed John Holinsky, a prosperous tech entrepreneur who founded Alta Vista, a search engine, in 2004. One of the most well-known celebrity couples of their era was formed when Tom Brady married Brazilian supermodel Gisele Bündchen. The following player unintentionally sent a lewd message to Marcus Jordan, an adult movie star. When Marcus Jordan, the son of basketball great Michael Jordan, sent a direct message by mistake as a public tweet, it was one of the most remarkable social media accidents in history. Marcus was playing basketball for the UCF Knights at the time, and Roxy, an actress from adult films, was the target of his unintentional public statement. It said, "Too bad you were not in the Chai this weekend, we're ready for round 2. Black Sports Online was able to swiftly catch the tweet. Jokes and conjecture abound on the internet, of course. Marcus subsequently asserted that his Twitter account had been compromised, implying that the post was sent by someone else. He later claimed it was all a joke and deleted the first tweet before publishing a new one. But the internet, as they say, never forgets. Screenshots of the tweet kept spreading, sustaining the story despite the hasty attempts to hide the incident. This incident turned into one of the numerous instances of how a single social media blunder may have long-lasting effects, particularly for a well-known person. Jeff Hoyerman, an adult film actress, showed admiration for the following player. A gifted athlete, Jeff Hoyerman is renowned for his adaptability. In addition to playing basketball and running track during his school years, he played hockey for 8 years prior to pursuing football. Jeff became an outstanding tight end when he joined the Ohio State Buckeyes football team in 2011. His efforts paid off when the Denver Broncos selected him in the 2015 NFL Draft, launching his career as a professional football player. Jeff was once associated with Lisa Ann, a prominent player in the adult entertainment sector, who eventually moved into podcasting and sports commentary, according to a rumor. When the two were pictured together at Vanity Gentlemen's Club and Restaurant, the commotion began. Additionally, she has tagged him in multiple tweets, which has confirmed rumors that they had an affair. Known for her work in pornographic films, Lisa Ann is also known for her astute observations about sports. She became a well-known figure in sports media after leaving the field, hosting podcasts and talking about subjects like fantasy football. The next had a confirmed relationship with adult film star Melky Cabrera, yet their relationship is still unverified. Melky Cabrera, a former MLB outfielder, was said to have briefly dated Mari Carey, an actress from adult films. Mari, who is well known for her work in entertainment, once talked about their time together in a radio interview. They did make a few amusing movies together in a hotel room, she clarified, but there was no S-tape as others had assumed. Mari made a joke about how difficult it was to communicate, because Melky did not know Spanish and did not speak much English. They spent some time together and got along despite the language difference, but their romance did not last long. The now retired Melky Cabrera had an incredible baseball career. He played for the Toronto Blue Jays, San Francisco Giants, and New York Yankees, and he even helped the Yankees win the World Series in 2009. Melky is currently wed to Johanna Cabrera, and the two of them have 4 kids. Mari Carey had relationships with several NBA players besides Melky Cabrera. She was also involved with Dwight Howard, the following player. The NBA's dominant era, especially his tenure with the Orlando Magic and Los Angeles Lakers, is what made Dwight Howard most famous. In addition to his basketball prowess, Howard is well known for his fervent Christian beliefs and upbeat public persona. Mary Carey, an adult film star, is the subject of one rumor, nevertheless, that has somewhat tarnished his reputation. The two met a few years ago when they were simply pals, according to Carey. According to Carey, Dwight dropped his pants in front of her during their time together, which caused several people to take notice. After describing how she had to drag him into a bathroom and tell him to leave, she made a comment about his stature and joked that his physical characteristics might have allowed him to have a lucrative career in adult films. One time, when asked which athlete would make the best adult film star, she smiled broadly and said without hesitation, Dwight Howard.
Hey Mary, how you doing?
Hi.
I gotta ask, what athlete would make the best adult movie star?
Oh. I'm going with Dwight Howard just because I've seen it before, and it was really big.
So Dwight Howard has the biggest...
That I've seen.
I love athletes.
That is awesome.
Even though the story of him lowering his pants in front of her has not been confirmed, it has given Howard's typically tidy persona a little zing. Mary Carey has years of expertise in the adult film industry and is a Hall of Famer who has starred in several movies. Though it was more of a casual remark than a tale that made headlines, Dwight Howard's reported encounter with Mary Carey certainly provided conversation starters. The following player had an affair with Deshaun Watson, a well-known star of adult films. On and off the field, Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson is no stranger to the limelight. Even though he has a 5-year, $230 million guaranteed contract because of his football ability, his personal life frequently garners just as much attention. Rumors that Watson dated adult film star Mia Khalifa are among the most juicy stories about him. When a 2017 video of Watson and Khalifa playing indoor basketball at her residence emerged, the commotion began. After Watson blocks Khalifa's dunk attempt in the video, there is a lot of conjecture over their relationship. Convinced that Deshaun Watson and Mia Khalifa were more than just pals, fans went crazy. In a TMZ interview, Khalifa swiftly dispelled the relationship rumors, stating that they were just close friends who happened to live close to one another. She explained that Watson was only there for a home-cooked dinner. It seemed clear that there might be more to their relationship than friendship, given how near they lived to one another and how frequently they appeared to visit. The following athlete was involved in a horrific assault case against Kobe Bryant, a hotel employee. When NBA star Kobe Bryant was arrested in Eagle, Colorado, in July 2003 in relation to a assault investigation, the world was horrified. Bryant was accused of attacking the 19-year-old hotel employee in his room at the Lodge and Spa at Cordillera. Bryant was getting ready for surgery nearby, so the news garnered a lot of media attention and made headlines. At first, Bryant disputed the accusations, claiming that he had not engaged in activity with the woman. He clarified that the act had been voluntary. However, Bryant admitted to strangling the woman throughout, saying it was his personal choice when asked about the injuries on her neck. Additionally, he underlined that he had deduced her agreement from her body language.
I'm innocent. I didn't force her to do anything against her will.
The defense team questioned the accuser's credibility as the inquiry went on, and the prosecution and defense fought over the specifics. According to Bryant's defense, there was evidence that the accuser had worn underwear containing semen from another guy, which showed that there had been another contact soon after the alleged assault. Soon after the case turned into a media circus, the accuser's personal information, including her history of mental health issues, was made public. When the accuser declined to testify, the criminal case against Bryant was ultimately dismissed. Bryant apologized in public, admitting to the chaos the case had produced. Despite his conviction that the experience was consensual, he apologized for his behavior, realizing that the woman did not share his perspective. Bryant continued to refute the accusations despite issuing a public apology to the woman, her family, and his own followers. However, the controversies surrounding him continued after he apologized. Rumors circulated throughout this turbulent period in Bryant's life regarding his relationships with a variety of women, including those in the adult entertainment industry. The following player made every effort to refute any allegations that he was seeing an adult film celebrity. Robinson, Nate. Simone herself took to YouTube to clarify that Nate Robinson is not the tallest NBA player before everyone got ahead of themselves.